We're live on YouTube and Twitch, the channel, Miami 560 WQAM. Got a couple of fun giveaways to tell you about, especially for the country music fans out there. How'd you guys like to see Zack Brown Band at the Sphere in Las Vegas this December? It's easy to enter. All you got to do, you log on to the Odyssey app and you listen to WQM for 1 hour. That is your entry for the day. You listen to us for 1 hour. You're doing it anyway, but if you're a Zack Brown Band fan, if you're a Zack Brown Band fan, and you want to go see him at the Sphere in Las Vegas, and you want the trip paid for, you want airfare paid for, you want to stay at the Venetian, well, got the easiest way for you to do it. Just keep doing what you're doing, which is log on to the Odyssey app, listen to us for an hour. You got to, sign in and log into your account there for the Odyssey app. And then you're entered into that contest, and you guys can get 2 tickets to see Zack Brown and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort in Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. All you got to do, log on to that Odyssey app now. It's a national contest. For more info, go to odyssey.com/Zack. That's Z-A-C. Odyssey.com/ZAC. Odyssey.com/Zack. Special thanks to the Messina Touring Group. Also, our sister station, Kiss Country. They do this every year. It's Stars and Strings. I'm a big fan of this. I've been to this show a couple of times in the last few years. It's a really great show if you're a country music fan. They get some of the biggest names. They're all on stage together, and they kind of go through song after song after song. They go from stool to stool, just doing an acoustic show. It's really, really cool. This year, they got Dierks Bentley, Dasha, Nate Smith, Zach Top, Hudson Westbrook, and a whole lot more. It's going to be at Hard Rock Live at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood on November 6th. All you have to do to win those tickets, text the word TOP, T-O-P, TOP, to 20357. Text TOP to 20357, and you guys can win those tickets. If you don't even want to wait to win, you guys can go buy those tickets now at starsandstrings.com, and that is where you guys can go purchase your tickets. Stars and Strings supports Folds of Honor. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates apply. Do not text and drive. The first practice is in the books in Miami Gardens, according to reporters there. This is from Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald. Actually, this is from Barry Jackson, Omar Kelly, and Isaiah Smalls, so the great team over there of reporters at the Miami Herald, that the Dolphins today started their practice indoors and then moved it outdoors once the lightning got out of there. So they got a little bit of both, Dan Day. Maybe got a little soggy footballs going.
So they got to go right there. So they're ready for week 1 against the Colts on the indoors, and they're ready for week 2 or whenever else they're going to be playing against New England and some of the other teams outdoors.
Getting to practice with the elements right now. They did a little of that in the mini camp as well. The big news that people are probably watching for in this one, according to them, the Zach Sieler participated in both individual and team drills. Now, he is seeking a contract. That is good news from Zach Sieler. We'll see once they up the contact if that keeps up, or if Zach Sieler's gonna, if he's gonna hold back a little bit. But this is one thing I say about Zach Sieler. Man, this is a man's man. He wears a cowboy hat. He lived in an RV. I can see Zach Sieler being a guy like, a contract's a contract, and I'm gonna show up. Now I'm gonna do it disgruntled. And I'm going to show up. I'm going to be disgruntled about it.
I don't mean I got to be happy about it.
I don't got to be happy about it, but I'm going to tell you right now, Zach Sieler's man of his word. And a man's word is as strong as oak. And if I shake your hand, I'm Zach Sieler. I do 2 things. I'm all quarterbacks. I live up to my word. Even if Drew Rosenhaus doesn't want me to. If Drew's like, he's like, Zach, come on, don't live up to your word. No, I'm Zach Sieler. I live up to my word, my man.
I said, Drew, listen to this. Listen here.
Listen here, Drew. I know we got ourselves a contract standoff here, but let me tell you something. I know something about standoffs. So I've stared down a bear in the woods, and that bear looked at me and he says, I know you're a man and I'm a bear. We're going to see who comes out of this thing on top. And I know that we have a contract in nature. Who's going to be top of the food chain here? And a lot of that is just Zach Sieler. Now, could something terrible happen to me in practice? Of course. One time I had my eye broken by an unnamed teammate that totally wasn't Zach Sieler. But I'm just going to let you know right now, I don't hold out. He's going to miss the next practices.
Yeah,
he's going to totally miss the next practice. I feel like Christian Wilkins did the exact same thing. I think Christian Wilkins showed up did the first day, and then was like, all right, that's enough for me. Because you're not going to do anything the first day. So it may totally just be a show for the first time where he's like, all right, I'm here. And then tomorrow's like, even men get injuries. They get soft tissue injuries, you know? You gotta heal, right? Because you know what's being a man? Healing. You gotta heal your heart.
Gotta know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Sounds nothing like Zach Sieler, by the way. He
Nuts.
doesn't sound like a Western cow, but he's been dressing. I have noticed him getting more cowboy the more time that he has been here, which is understandable because he's a menacing menace, and I would pay him whatever the hell he wants because he's the best. But I get it right now. The Dolphins are in this position where, you know, this is not a team that's getting the most investment on it. Just to me, I don't want to hear anything about flaws. There's no flaws this guy has as a player. You cannot have the most sacks from the position and tell me that there's flaws as a player. That's stupid. You can't. And he's just been a great development since he's been here with the Dolphins. And then everybody was like, yeah, maybe it's a cause of he's playing with Christian Wilkins. Okay, we're going to stick him next to a 40-year-old. Now, a guy who's probably going to the Hall of Fame, granted, in Calais Campbell, and another guy who is beloved. I love Calais Campbell. It's sad that he's now with the Cardinals, but he doesn't have a flaw. Plays all the time, plays a ton of snaps, disrupts the quarterback, stops the run, bats down passes, even interception. He has no flaws. The only thing now they're coming up with is he's 30. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. All of a sudden, we're concerned about age on this team. Everybody was getting contracts left and right. We had Teron Armstead holding on here with duct tape, and I didn't hear word one about age or question marks. They're just like, sign his ass up. We need him. Now, when he was healthy, he was very good for the Miami Dolphins. But I don't understand. You have a guy in Zach Sieler who's done everything right. The only thing that he's done wrong is he didn't get signed up before the other guys got their big contracts. And I understand that his contract came because Wilkins didn't. So they were like, you know what? Let's just sign Zach Sieler. Kind of the same production. And to be fair to the Dolphins, that seemed to be a pretty sound move because if you look at the situations right now, Zach Sieler outperformed his deal. They gave him a little sweetener from where he was. He got out of the RV. And Christian Wilkins, he's dealing with a foot injury. I don't know when the hell he's going to be back, Dan. So that one actually seems like the Dolphins right now are looking pretty on making the right choice there, even though I really like Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, but for right now, the numbers are the numbers.
The numbers are the numbers.
And you can't say, well, if he were healthy, you would see well, no, he's not. You can't say if he were healthy. You have to say, what were the numbers for Sieler last year and what were the numbers for Wilkins last year? That's all you can say.
And the crazy thing is, like, even on these lists that came out, Christian Wilkins was like, yeah, people are still picking Christian Wilkins over Zach Sieler. And I know that Christian Wilkins has the pedigree, and I love Christian Wilkins. Like, I mean, another guy, I had nothing but glowing things, wanted him to get his dough too. But can the Dolphins afford to make that mistake twice? I don't know. Now, maybe they're just at this position, Dan, where it's like, hey, this year is a make or break. We're not going to invest anything because if this year sucks, Zach Sieler's long-term future is probably not with the Miami Dolphins. He's probably going to go somewhere else. Maybe it's just bad timing from him, and that's where we're at. And they're taking advantage of Zach Sieler being a man and showing up and living up to his word.
My thing about Zach Sieler is if he shows out this year, do we keep coming with the excuses of, oh, it's Christian Wilkins that helped? Oh, it's Calais Campbell. Oh, well, you put him with a first-round draft pick. Next they'll put me next to him. Well, I mean, Dan did outplay his league minimum contract, so it helped Zach Sieler. Like, come on, man.
It was the element of surprise. We didn't think throwing Dan Day on the defensive line. Like the defenses didn't know what the offensive line didn't know what to do. They didn't see it coming. It was too surprising. So anyway, he was out there today. Let's see. This is guard James Daniels, back from his week 4 Achilles last season, participated in parts of team drills before leaving to do conditioning work. Daniels has been playing with a brace on his left knee. He looks very fluid and moves well. Getting to the second level, He was called for a false start early in team drills. This is from the Miami Herald. So that's good news. I mean, that to me was like because the one thing I was worried about right off the bat was, all right, James Daniels is coming off an Achilles. We're going to get like the report first day that, oh, yeah, he's working his way back. Now, the Dolphins do have joint practices coming up. Will he be in the joint practices? I don't know. Again, the Dolphins are slow rolling this right now. It is a lot of in shorts, first team, working their way into it. But that is good news because I was thinking right off the bat that he was going to be like off to the side, not doing anything. So if the Dolphins can get into this thing with their offensive line all together and getting a lot of repetition together, I think that is going to be a great thing for them. Absolutely. They also said that Fatu Melifanu was sidelined, so Ashton Davis, Elijah Campbell got the first crack at the safety job opposite Mike McDaniel. But Mike McDaniel said that Melifanu's injury is not serious. They said Aaron Brewer worked on the side. All right, so I guess all the line didn't get to work together. Great. So, nifty runs, Nah, that's about it. Everybody, there were some highlights. Tanner Connor fumbled the ball.
Good. That's what we need.
Listen, he's going to get it together. I know he's been a camp.
He is going to get it together for game 3 of the preseason like he did last year, and he's going to look fantastic.
Right. He's going to have it all come together for him. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. You know, the Dolphins, yes, are they going at this tight end position with 2 undrafted guys and a guy who hasn't played football in 2 years? Yes. Yes, they are.
Pharaoh Brown, though. Pharaoh Brown was actually pretty decent with Seattle.
That's true. They did bring in Pharaoh Brown. So maybe that'll work out for them. But
that's the secret.
Maybe that's the secret ingredient. But that one to me, I kind of got. I was like, all right, Jonnu Smith had an awesome year last year, but okay, you invested a lot of money in 2 top targets. I do get it. I can understand. I can't understand if they don't pay Zach Sieler. I can't. That one's crazy. You don't have another defensive lineman. You literally had to draft another starter to fix your defensive line because you're so thin on the defensive line. So messing around with that, I just think is a dangerous game for the Miami Dolphins. You need to be very, very careful when it comes to that and what their plan is. The Jonnu Smith thing, I wanted to pay Jonnu Smith. I would love every player to get paid. You know, for me, I don't care. But I know it is a salary cap sport. It's not how it gets so you do have to make some decisions. I just think that you have a little bit more leeway with the Dolphins because they do at least have with Julian Hill, even though he is a rhinoceros on the field and you can't trust him to hold on to the football. And I lose money on him every week betting anytime touchdown. I at least understand, okay, he's going to get snaps and hopefully he can stop, putting people in rear naked chokes and getting penalties because, he loves the penalties. It did improve. He's still a younger player. I still think there's something there with him.
The numbers behind the numbers on his blocking are actually really good.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand.
It just is. It's when he does things against the rules and holding onto the football. Because every time he looks like he's going to get into that end zone, trust me, I have a bet on him and that football is going to, he coughs it up. It's tough. It's a tough thing.
The thing is, he's actually a good blocker, but when he does hold or when he does get a penalty called, it's just egregious. Man.
Oh yeah, there's no mistaking it. They're like you had nearly his arm tied behind his back.
You took his pads off.
It's like sorry. So but those things are like there is still a younger element to that. Like I still believe there can be something there. There's a foundation. At least the one thing I know about Julian Hill, even though he is not a rule follower all the time and the refs have to flag him. We talk all the time about this team not being physical, not being tenacious. I don't have that problem with him. He's almost too physical. So I feel like that's a good thing. If you have that dog in you, but you need to hone it down from Great Dane to Doberman, I think that there's something there. It's easier than making a Chihuahua go up to a bulldog.
Right. It's easier to be too strong for your own good than too weak for your own good.
Yes. So I really still think there's something there. I may be alone. But I'm a Julian Hill believer. This is going to
Just
really
not on
blow.
touchdowns. No, not on
Well,
anytime touchdowns.
yeah.
No,
I mean, I'm going to lose at least $170 more probably this year, probably. But whew, when I hit that first 10 to 200 bet, man, that's going to be a good feeling if it ever happens. I think this is the last year, though, Dan. Like, if I go another season and he doesn't hit it,
you'll probably be living out of a hotel if you keep doing that, bro.
my son's sitting here goes, "Why didn't I go to college?" Well, son, there was this guy. He played with hooves as hands, and it didn't go well for Dad. He kept believing that Julian Hill was going to put it all together. But let's get to my favorite part of training camp, which is, of course, the reporters giving me stock up, stock down. Oh, do I love stock up, stock down. And I am so happy because not only is the Sun Sentinel got stock up, stock down, but the Miami Herald has stock up, stock down. So I have multiple stock reports. According to Omar Kelly, his stock up, Zach Sieler.
Oh,
Zach Sieler's stock is up. He said Sieler graces with his presence on the field. Not a surprise considering he's a lunch pail type player. But considering that he was sparingly participated in OTAs and minicamp and his agent pushed for a new contract, there was concern whether he would hold in at the start of camp. He wasn't. But there is a chance that Sieler's doing exactly what Christian Wilkins did in 2023 when he was pushing for a multi-year extension. Wilkins worked without limitation for 2 weeks, then shut it down once they started week 3 of training camp and never returned to practice until the week of the regular season. Wow. I'm telling you, man. Zach Sieler's a man's man. Shows up, lunch pail. What's in that lunch pail? Is it just like is it one bologna sandwich?
As I said, a can of tuna fish and some water.
Do you think like he opens the tuna fish with his bare hands though?
His teeth
just eats it up like a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Zach Sieler's a man's man, and a man sticks to his word, even though I'm being woefully underpaid. But even though I'm woefully underpaid, I'm going to get the job done.
My father always told me, do a good job. Money will come.
You show up, son. Sealers show up. We don't leave people out to dry. Stock down. He says some of the bigger runs of the day occurred while Zeke Biggers was out there. The Dolphins 2025 7th round pick, defensive lineman. This would be the part of the show where Leroy tells me they don't have pads on, which I know Leroy.
I was gonna say I'm okay if the stock down is in our 7th round pick in his first practice.
Yeah, me too.
It's okay.
I think that's okay. On 2 of the running plays, it was noticeable that Biggers was moved out of his gap, considering he's Miami's biggest nose tackle and the top backup for Benito Jones. This isn't ideal. However, it's common knowledge that nose tackle is one of the most difficult spots to learn as a young player. Wow. Oh, no. Jukebox is telling me it's the Sandy Trouble inning.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, he's going up against a murderer's row of Luis Ariz, Manny Machado, and Fernando Tatis. So,
second time through.
Not easy.
So that's tied 1-1 now. What happened? Machado drove him in, or did Tatis knock in Ariz?
Machado drove him in.
Oh, boy. Oh, great.
Hialeah's own, though. So.
Yeah, I understand, and I'm happy for Hialeah's own, but not that happy for Hialeah's own. Ariz. How the hell did that? So how did Ariz? Wait, Ariz scored on a single. He
stole second base.
Oh, it was a pickoff error, is what they said.
Okay,
so Fortes tried to pick off, but there was an error, so he blew it, got to second, scored it. All right. Not too damaging yet. We get a double play here. We're good, Sandman. Come on, buddy. We got this. Oh, man. Please come through. Karen says the tuna fish comes as a whole fish, and Sieler eats it like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Basically.
Anybody see Zach Sieler? Yeah, he's got an open flame out on the field right now. All right, just let him do his thing. According to the Sun Sentinel stock up, stock down. Stock up? Eric Ezukama.
I knew it.
Eric Ezukama. They say Eric Ezukama had a couple nice receptions, one from Zach Wilson, one from Quinn Ewers. Ezukama showed good route running speed and run after catch ability. Wow. I got you, Easy. Stock down? You want to guess, J-Fig?
Yeah, I have no idea.
James Daniels, new guard. Scooby is Scooby guest.
Scooby is going. Yeah, he's going ham right now.
James Daniels. Stock down according to the Sun Sentinel. Is this Chris Perkins who did this or Furonis? Chris Perkins. Okay. James Daniels. This isn't a big deal. Daniels had back-to-back false start penalties. It's more of an unfortunate situation than a lack of talent or awareness. Well, it could be both. I mean, it could have been a lack of awareness.
It could have something to do with awareness, yeah.
I mean, no one's saying you're not talented. It's just, yes, it is an unfortunate situation that happened to James Daniels. Evan 11's telling me that they have stock reports in the Palm Beach Post too. Everybody's doing stock reports this year.
I don't blame them.
Wow. I mean, it is a money. I mean, listen, who's not tuning in for stock up, stock down? It's the greatest.
Of course.
It's the greatest.
Yes.
Let's see. Hold on. Want to let you guys know one more time today. Stars and Strings is coming to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and Hard Rock Live is where the show is going to be on November 6th. But if you guys want to win tickets to see Dierks Bentley and Dasha and Nate Smith and Zach Top and Hudson Westbrook and a whole lot more, just text the word TOP to 20357. Text TOP 203. Oh, sorry, I got distracted by Nick Fortes with a double.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize. Text TOP, T-O-P, to 20357. If you guys don't win, you guys can get your tickets at starsandstrings.com. Stars and Strings supports Folds of Honor. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates apply. Don't text and drive.
I was doing the promo yesterday. They got a song by one of the artists called Whiskey and Tattoo Lines.
Who's that by?
I
Whiskey and
think I'm the one that sent that in.
Zach, well, Figgy, I did the research, and then I saw you. I was like, oh, Figgy really went deep into it. I just listened to the music, and whichever one I liked the most, I put in the promo. But then I was like, well,
Oh,
Figgy
I
did
just
the
put
research.
like the most famous, the most popular one, and then like their current single.
And their single, yeah. Nobody cares about the current single. It's most popular.
Heard.
Whiskey and Tan Lines. Sounds like my weekends.
Whiskey and Tan Lines.
No, but wasn't it Whiskey on You?
There was a lot of songs about whiskey. There's going to be a lot of whiskey.
There's always going to be.
Oh, I know that. Okay, Good Times and Tan Lines. Is that what you mean? I know Zach Top has a song, Good Times and Tan Lines. And he kind of sounds like a 90s country singer. That's his thing.
Good Times and Tan Lines.
I sent another one of whiskey too with Hudson Westbrook.
Yeah, there was a lot of whiskey songs.
There's a lot of. Let me just explain. If you're gonna do a song in country music, it's about two liquors, tequila or whiskey. That's it.
And beer.
Yeah, beer. Of course, beer. But I'm just talking the liquors.
They're probably not singing about Chardonnay. And
I've never heard of somebody doing a song about Tito's. Though maybe they should. I've never had a vodka song. I've never heard of a gin song.
Carrie Underwood did Dirty Laundry, and she mentions red wine.
Yeah, I've heard red wine on a couple of them. Yeah, I've heard red wine. I think Miranda Lambert's got some red wine songs, but whiskey's the number one. Like, you want a song about every one of these people is drinking whiskey. And I don't believe them. I don't believe that they're whiskey drinkers.
Oh,
I believe them.
I think some of them are posers.
Buying into the culture, trying to
buying into the culture. I know Dierks Bentley's a beer guy. That's a fun concert because he'll throw beer out into the crowd. Like when he does beer on me, when he does beer on me, he takes out a carton of beer, just starts chucking them into the crowd like stone cold. He's a showman, that Dierks Bentley. I love him. He's great. But yeah, they're all singing about whiskey. They're like, and here's a new country artist. And his first song is Whiskey's the Best. And he's like, whiskey is the best liquor than all the rest.
When you're the worst, whiskey makes me the best.
Whiskey makes me first. Yep, smash it. And then they're like, oh, 1 million Spotify listens.
Relatable.
Yeah,
relatable.
This guy gets it. This guy gets it.
Friday night.
Now he's got another classic out there called Whiskey and My Dog. When I get sad, I drink whiskey with my dog, and I drink all day till it puts me in a fog. Another smash hit there by Whiskey Lover. Whiskey Lover, who's popping the charts right now on Kiss Country 99.9.
Don't be alarmed, ladies and gentlemen, that he talks about drinking whiskey all the time and drinking whiskey all the time.
I drink Whiskey with my dog named Scooby. The only thing that makes me happier is seeing a pair of, well, I'm not going to finish that line. Smash it once again. Anyway.
Finish the line, Tobin.
What? No, I can't in front of Scooby, in front of the kids. I can't. Look at him. He's too innocent. Oh, man. I see Schmeathan's reporting something. I got to check on him, though, because I never know if he's trolling. Hold on. I wish I could trust you more, Schmeathan,
Kyle Stowers doing it in the field with the glove, but we need him to do it in the base, the home plate with the bat.
Yeah, if we can get through this inning with Sandy, that'd be huge. Marlins are tied 1-1 right now, by the way. Adam Schefter is reporting Dolphins veteran cornerback Artie Burns injured his knee at practice today, left on crutches. He is feared to have torn his ACL per source. Burns is awaiting an MRI and a second opinion to confirm. Awesome start. Great first day of camp.
Yeah, when you tear your ACL at orientation day, that's...
Yeah, tear your ACL and have somebody airlifted. That's not a great first day of camp. That's pretty rough.
Orientation day, too.
Oof. Scary stuff happening at Dolphins practice already. If you guys are just coming out of work or you got a break or you're getting out early a little bit. The other injury news, Liam Eichenberg's on the PUP. He's going to be out for multiple weeks. Mike McDaniel says it's not season ending. Ifatu Melifonu's on the non-football injury list, but they're saying it's precautionary. And then who the hell was the last guy that I was thinking of? Oh, Darren Waller. Darren Waller's also on the PUP. But McDaniel said today that that's all protocol for returning out of retirement. So, that's not a great start. I mean, we're a first day here, and there's already a lot going on. So, not fantastic with all the injury news that hit the Dolphins. The one good news that you got today was Zach Sieler. Zach Sieler showed up with his lunch pail and his hard hat, and he was Zach Sieler. Also a man I imagine drinks a lot of whiskey and listens to country music.
Probably be at Stars and Strings. Sure.
Oh, yeah. Do they have I wonder what their status is. Is that that's not the Europe week, is it?
Oh, man, that would be tough.
That would be tough.
He's also one of those guys, too, like, I don't need special treatment. I'm going to be sitting in the crowd. We're going to enjoy the show. We'll put you up front night. No.
I don't want to be any royalty treatment. Just want to show up, listen to some good tunes. I'm Zach Sieler.
Drink some whiskey.
Just drink some whiskey. I want to hear some songs
about it. Do you think the cowboy
it.
hat is anywhere near the facility?
Yeah, I think it's in his locker now at all times. That's what I think. I think the only things that are in Zach Sieler's locker are either a cowboy hat or a trucker cap. Those are the only things. That's Bill's week. So he's got, he's got to be, I'm not allowing him to go to Stars and Strings. He's got to be focused.
Okay. You heard it here first.
He's not allowed to go to Let him know I said no Stars and Strings that week. Unless they beat the Ravens the week beforehand. Then maybe I'll allow it. You know what? I take it back, Zach Sieler. First of all, you can do whatever you want because I'm terrified of you. But second of all, if you guys are, it's 9 weeks in, if you're 6-3 by some miracle, I'll allow you to go to Stars and Strings, VIP treatment. Okay, I take back the VIP treatment. I don't have that kind of power here. I take that back. But I will find my way.
It wouldn't be so hard for him.
But I will. Hey, Tyler, caveat. Need you to set 2 tickets aside for Zach Sieler for Stars and Strings, but he only gets the envelope if they're 6-3.
Write it on the front. Right on the front.
He can only open the tickets, and he only gets them if they're 6-3. If they're 6-3, and they got to beat the Ravens, then he can go to Stars and Strings on Bills week. Other than that, no Stars and Strings.
Still might need to focus for the Bills game for the division, even if they are 6-3. So,
I know. It would be nice if they could just beat them once this year.
That'd be nice.
Just a little feeling, just something. And you get to beat them on Hard Knocks. That would be. Oh no, they're training camp Hard Knocks, not in season. Never mind. Tate's house says that Tobin Sieler impression is just Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott of all the Westerns. Does anybody just call up Sam Elliott? He's the old guy with the gray mustache that you see in every Western. Is he just in for every Western?
Oh, is that the dude that's in The Dude Abides and Big Lebowski at the end?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So we need a Western. Who we got? Sam Elliott and Zach Sieler. Zach Sieler's going to finish his career. Where did you go, Zach Sieler, after your football career? Well, after the Dolphins refused to pay me, I decided I'm not just holding out. Thanks.
Buying in.
I'm not just holding out. I'm buying in, and I'm changing my career to football player to thespian. And I'm going to go and start being in Westerns.
I was going to say it worked for Bubba Smith. Yeah. Who are some other football players? Well, let's not talk about some of the other football players who became actors.
Oh, please. Although he's no longer with us.
Let it lie. Let it lie.
We're out here. We're wrangling cattle and we're wrangling quarterbacks.